Kia ora Aotearoa, I'm Met Service meteorologist Andrew James, and I'm here with a look at your weather for the coming days. But first today, Monday sees Cyclone Gabrielle bringing widespread wet and windy weather to the upper part of the North Island there. Significant rainfall has already occurred. There's significant wind gusts in excess of 140 kilometres have already been recorded in Northland there. So do take care out there, do stay up to date with the information. So we can see as the day goes on, the system moves south and with it does the wet and windy weather. Still remaining very wet in the north there through Monday and windy too. Farther south, the South Island largely spared at this stage. And look at all our warnings. So these are our rainfall watches and warnings. We have red warnings for rainfall in Gisborne, in the upper part of the North Island, and then a large area down the east coast there of orange warnings as well, and a few watches too. And then for wind, the entire North Island is under a wind warning with a red warning in place for the northern part of the island as well as for Taranaki. So do stay up to date with all that information at metservice.com. And also today down south, daytime heating could kick up a few thunderstorms, and some of those could be severe, and our forecasters have issued a severe thunderstorm watch for this afternoon down south here. So, looking as the day goes on Tuesday, the focus in the far north really turns from rain to wind. So we lose the rain from that system in the north as the day goes on, but the wind continues. Same story really farther south here with the rain easing off in other parts like Waikato, and then down the east coast there, the rain really getting going as the day gets on. So taking a look at those icons, we can see wet and windy icons right across the map in the morning hours. There is a bit of a gap here in the rain in the middle, but you can see that wind through there, and by the end of the day that rain is gone from the northern part of the North Island, but the wind continues. Whereas in the east, the rain is still going on in Gisborne, where that red warning remains in place. Then looking at the bottom part of the North Island, we have wet and windy conditions right through here as well. Significant amounts of rain expected down the east here. In the west, not so much with sheltering there, but then the flow turns more southerly as the day goes on, and that wind does pick up, and we've got that red wind warning for Taranaki there on Tuesday. Wellington too getting some wet and windy conditions as that wind whips through Cook Strait. In the top of the South Island, the Kaikoura coast will be under a warning there for rain there, and then farther west things are mainly looking like a wind event here. Not so much of that rain getting over those southern Alps. In the east though, definitely some wet weather, and it's stretching farther down, getting as wet as far south as Christchurch there into the afternoon and evening hours. You can see that precipitation stretching its way down towards the Garden City there as the day gets on. And then in the far south, things are really driven by daytime heating. There are a few showers around in the likes of Timaru and Oamaru in the morning. Elsewhere, it's really just partly cloudy, and then in the afternoon, things do heat up. Some of that cloud burns off, but inland, that cloud builds up, and there are a few showers there, and some of those could be heavy or thundery, so do take care out there. Then looking ahead to Wednesday, we start to have Gabrielle moving off our shores there, but the severe weather does continue with a wet spell of weather being slotted up the eastern part of the country and through Cook Strait, looking like a few wet days for the likes of Wellington, Kaikoura coast and Christchurch there, thanks to the southerly pushing these through. Farther north, things do dry out a little there. Then looking across the day, we've got the wind in Auckland, we've got a bit of sun around in the northern part of the map, a few showers as well, but those easing off as the day goes on, but staying around in Wellington there on Wednesday. And for the South Island, we have wet conditions up the east coast as Gabrielle drives a southerly up this part of the map, partly cloudy farther west. Now that's it from me, but you can stay up to date with all your weather information, including severe weather watches and warnings, at metservice.com.